Hey guys, welcome back with another video.
Hey guys, I'm Vanessa.
And my name is Paul. Today we have a wonderful video for you guys. It is 5 misconceptions about Christianity. And if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian, and I know you have heard some things about Christianity, but today we're here to clear that up.
Yes, and we know these misconceptions or things that maybe you can relate with, or some of these things would probably be the first time that you hear them. But we are going to break them down to you biblically.
Biblically, yeah. And the first one is...
The first one is Christians can't drink.
Yeah, that is one misconception about Christianity that I've heard from Christian and non-Christian alike. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where these people get these things from. Because the Bible clearly said you can drink. I drink sometimes, and I like it.
Yes, the Bible is clear that we can drink but not get drunk.
Yeah.
We could also find that out in John 2 where it shows us the first miracle that Jesus did was turn water into wine in a wedding.
Yes, he was at a wedding and he did that.
So if he didn't want us to drink, why would he change water into wine?
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly. And we also find in 1 Timothy 5:23, Paul told Timothy, don't drink only water. You're going to drink a little wine for the sake of your stomach because you are sick so often.
Yes, trust me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So, if you're a Christian and non-Christian, like, it is one of the misconceptions out there. Don't believe it because it's not true. Because the Bible clearly said you can drink. So when you drink a wine, it is good you feel good. So it is okay to drink some wine.
And let's continue. There's so much more examples. The Lord's Supper, Jesus would share wine with what? Bread. So it just proved to you that wine is so okay for you to drink. It's good to drink a little bit, but not to get drunk.
Yes, it is a sin. The Bible clearly said it is a sin to get drunk because you're not
sober.
You're not sober. You're not yourself. Trust me. I'm not perfect. I've been drunk before, twice in my life, and that was this time I was in the world. I was doing wild things, but now I don't do these things anymore because it makes you sick. You throw up. You don't feel. You can't walk properly. You have to depend on other people. You don't want to get drunk.
And it makes you do things that you would not do normally.
Yeah, you would not do normally.
Yeah.
You're not in the right state of mind.
Yeah.
So, but you can drink.
Yeah. So now our second one is...
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
That's one of the misconceptions that people have.
That you cannot judge.
You cannot judge. It is. I know where to find this. It is on Matthew chapter 7. It says that judge not, you will not be judged. Judge not, or you will not be judged. Right. So they misuse that. They misuse that verse, mm-hmm. And it's just it's not what Jesus is saying. Just saying that if you're going to judge somebody, judge them righteously, and you cannot just judge somebody based on your own standard. You have to judge the person according to God's standard.
Yeah, and it says that in John 7 verse 24, do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. So not based on what you perceive or what you think is going on, but you judge based on truth, based on righteousness.
Right. For example, we all judge. I don't care who you are, you judge, because you cannot, allow a person, not allow. You cannot, for example, you have a friend and your friend is doing something bad or whatever your friend is doing, and you tell your friend, hey, you should not do that. You know what I mean? This is not good. If you keep doing that, there's something's going to happen to you. We all judge. It is when you give somebody a righteous judgment. The Bible encourages us to give people a righteous judgment.
Yeah, so I think we need to clear that up because the example you made, that's a very good example. But at the same time, some people could be like, oh, this person is doing something bad, but in reality, they're not really doing something bad.
Right.
So what's bad is based on God's standard. So we have to judge based on God's standard, not on our own perception. Like we could be like, oh, it's bad to do something, but in reality, the Bible doesn't say that.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. So you can judge. Make sure
you judge based on truth.
It's been truth and based on
biblical.
God's standard, and you're not being a hypocrite. You're not doing the same thing you telling other people not to do. That's when you're a hypocrite. That's the reason Jesus said what he said.
Exactly.
That's the reason he said that.
Because the Pharisees were being hypocrites. They were saying don't do something, and yet they do even worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were condemning people. So that's what they were doing. So if you can't judge people, you can't judge. Just make sure you're just a righteous judgment. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now our third one is that Christians are boring.
Yes.
That
we're boring to you.
That we just stay and we don't do nothing. We're just boring people.
I must confess, there is some boring Christian out
there. I've known some. Okay, I lived with some.
Yeah. These are the hardcore Christians. The people that just believe it's just about, they go to church, they come back home, reading the Bible. It's just, they don't go out to have fun with their friends. They don't try to travel the world. They don't try to do different things. They just think that, hey, this world is so corrupted, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And it's true, this world is corrupted, and the Bible, call us to be no part of this world. It is true. But we can have fun. We can have fun. We can party with your surrounding, your Christian brothers and sisters. You can't do that.
Yeah, and this reminds me of a sermon I was listening to, and I forgot who I was listening to, but basically the person stated that when we as parents, a father who's going out in the park playing with his children or with his baby girl, God takes pleasure in that, right? So a lot of times us Christians, the reason why a lot of people call us boring is because we tend to just do the same routine every day, and we think just because I'm not in church, just because I'm just in the park with my daughter, or I'm with my wife or my husband, whatever it is, I'm having laughter, I'm joking around, that means it's not Christian. Whereas Christianity is a part of your life. You can have fun with your daughter, you can have fun with your husband, you can have fun with your family and brothers and sisters, but at the same time you do it clean.
Clean, yes.
Clean fun.
And remember, you were created to have fun. You were created to be joyful. You were created to laugh and travel. All these things.
Yeah, why would God give us laughter if we can't laugh, right?
We are not robots.
It makes no sense.
We are not robots. We are made to have fun. We were made to enjoy our life.
Yes.
So hey,
only
go have fun.
But in Jesus.
Yes. But there
are some limitations,
like I said, I confess, there is some born Christian out there. Yeah. These are the hardcore Christians. They don't believe in nothing else.
No traveling, no laughter with friends, nothing. No watching a movie together.
Ah, man, I don't want to be a part of these people's life.
No, but not every Christian is like this. Most of us are not that boring. No, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fourth one. Good.
The fourth one is you can do whatever you want and still be forgiven under grace.
That is not true at all. You can't do whatever you want. The Bible condemns so many things that a Christian should not do. A lot of things that you can't do. You can't just hey, we are saved. We are saved not by our work. We are saved through grace, through Christ. That is what the Bible teaches. But that does not give us the license to just do whatever we want. The Bible have certain standards. The Bible tells Christians how they should live their life. You cannot live your life the same way the world is living their life.
Yeah, exactly. So Romans tells us in Romans, Paul tells us this, and it tells us that we ought to, even though we're not under the law anymore, we're under grace. It doesn't give us the license to continue in our sin, but it tells us because we are under grace, now it produces fruits in us. So we are saved by faith through grace, but because of our faith in Jesus Christ, it produced this fruit of gentleness, goodness, and faithfulness, all the fruit of the Spirit. Okay, so because we have faith in Jesus, that's why we do all the things that God wants us to do. That's why we are obedient to Him. That's why Jesus said, if you love me, you will obey my commandments.
You obey my commandments, yes.
So first is faith, and because of our faith in Jesus Christ,
it will produce work.
Exactly, it will produce works.
Yeah, because you would want to live your life the way Christ, lived His life. And Christ was perfect. He never sinned. He was a wise man. He was the most, how I call it, the most amazing human being that ever walked this earth.
Exactly.
And he was because he lived a certain way. he had a certain standards, and us as Christians should strive to have that same standard. Of course, we're not perfect, we're not Christ, we're going to make mistakes along the way. That is to be expected, but at the same time, we must try our best to live the way Christ lived.
Yeah, and I know that that's a misconception around the world, because we find a lot of Christians that's claiming to be Christians, but their lifestyle doesn't say otherwise. They're living just like everyone else, like the world, but then they're proclaiming with their lips that they are Christians. So that is a misconception. If you are a Christian, the things that you do, your actions will prove your faith in Jesus Christ.
Yep. And the fifth one, it is good work can save you. That is one of the other things. At first, you don't have to be a Christian. I've heard a lot of non-Christians say, "Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I've done good things in my life. And if there's a God out there, He's gonna save me because of because of the good things that I did, in my life." And there's some Christians out there that believe in these things also. There's like, for example, Catholic people in different Christian sets believe in these things, but it is not true at all. There's nothing you can do to earn your salvation. There's nothing you can do. Again, I'm going back to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith. It is not your own doing, it is the gift of God." It is a gift. Everything that we have, it is a gift. We don't earn anything. No one can boast about their salvation, because it's a free gift from God.
And that is a beautiful thing, right? That all of us cannot boast about I'm saved because I've always done this, I've always done that. And we've heard many people, from even those who are Christians, sometimes they like to boast about themselves, about the things that they do, or the things that they do that's right, like they give to the poor and things like that. But we cannot boast about any of these things, because the only reason that we are able to do this is because of the grace of God. We all deserve death, but through Jesus we are saved.
Yeah, we're saved.
So it is not something that we should boast about. It is something that we should just give glory to God for.
Yeah.
So works can't save us. That's why we need Jesus.
Yes, it is only faith through Christ that can save us.
Yeah, and Paul tells us that too, when he says that, Apostle Paul told us that the law was there to show us that we need Jesus. We cannot obey the law without Christ. The law was there to show us, hey, how sinful we are. Yeah. So if we're trying to do works, the law is basically a bunch of works. So if we're trying to obey the law, we're doing all this, all that, but we can't. If you commit one of them, you commit all.
And it was impossible to live under the law. It was impossible not to fall into because if you
sin. Commit one, you commit all of it.
If you break one, you break all of them.
Exactly.
So that is why Christ came. We're no longer under the law because of what Christ did for us.
Yeah, we're under grace, and that is the beauty of it all. So we cannot be saved by works.
Yes. So this is the video we have for you guys. We hope you enjoyed this thing. We hope you learned something in this video, and prepare for the next one.
Yes.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.